Feather Client has done something again that may shock you. If you haven't been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, then you'll know that Feather Client has been exposed a couple times and has a questionable reputation at best. But today, we find them doing something that could pose a potential security threat to their users. Before we begin, I'd just like to say that I'm not making this video to spread hate or misinformation, but merely to inform the community about a potential security vulnerability. Now, with their reputation in mind, Feather Client recently released a new feature where you can host a Minecraft server for free within their launcher. While this seems like a great idea the first time you hear it, there are a couple things that need to be considered before assuming that this feature is incredible. For starters, Feather Client's blog post / marketing of this feature claims that you can host a free server just by using their launcher, which is a bit deceiving after you take into consideration that the server has to be hosted using your computer's resources, something that can be done without using Feather Client at all, and it's not even complicated. If you are interested in doing this, you can check out the video in the top right hand corner of your screen, as I've made a really easy tutorial on hosting your own server. However, their marketing isn't the only issue that is present with this feature. One of the benefits of hosting your server through Feather Client is you don't have to port forward from your home router to allow people from outside your network to connect to your server. This is a huge upside to using Feather Client over the traditional way of hosting your own server. With that being said, there are a couple of issues that I do have with this. For starters, anybody who wishes to connect to your server outside of your home network has to connect through Feather Client's proxy server, which does expose your IP address to Feather Client servers, which does create a potential security vulnerability. And finally, my final issue with this new feature is that Feather Client claims that this method of hosting a Minecraft server protects your IP address. While this is technically true, as running a server behind a proxy generally stops the backend server, in this case the one running on your computer, from having its IP address exposed, the one thing that I think needs to be brought to attention is that Feather Client's proxy servers have to have your IP address in order to send players to the server hosted on your computer, meaning that while your IP address is mostly safe from malicious players, your IP address is handed directly to Feather Client. I personally don't think this is a huge deal, but I can see how some people would not be comfortable with this, and just how they wouldn't be aware of this in the first place. So what do you think? Do you think this feature is really cool? Or do you think it could be a potential security vulnerability that you need to avoid? Let me know in the comments section below, as I'm interested to hear everybody's take on this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.